to What Do You Think Talk Show with your host, Prophetess Burgess Peoples. I am grateful to all of our viewers and that you'll continue to support us and subscribe to our free YouTube channel. It costs you nothing to subscribe. All you do is click the button, and every time we have an interview, click on that interview and check us out. Support us. We want you to come on in and see what we have for you. And this whole year, it's going to be an exploration of different people all year long, different walks of life, different backgrounds. We're going to be talking about music. We're going to be talking about diversity and inclusion today, and we're going to be talking about a lot of great things. And of course, ministry is my foundation, so I would definitely be bringing a faith-based community and letting you know everything that they're doing out there as well. So today, I am so honored to have in my studio, we're not in my studio today. We are at the Urban League of Northwest Indiana with Dr. Vanessa Ellen McCloud, and we are grateful for you giving us your time today.
I'm excited. Thank you so much, Burgess, for coming and inviting me to speak on your platform. I am just ready to share information, and I'm glad to know what you're doing so that you can give the community more information on every level of all the aspects that are going on in our community.
Thank you. Today we're going to be talking about this awesome woman. I met Dr. McCloud probably in 2016 when I was working on the Emma's House project.
Yes.
And she was such a phenomenal asset. She helped us with information, and her name alone, oh my God, and what the Urban League is doing in Northwest Indiana was extremely helpful to the women that we serve in Emma's House. But today it is all about her. Okay, this woman
it's about us.
Nah, it's about her. I don't care what she says. This woman is a Hoosier Champion Diversity and Inclusion recipient. She is the president and CEO of the Urban League of Northwest Indiana. She has been doing the Diversity and Inclusion Scholarship Luncheon for how long now?
Since 2013.
Wow.
Right. 2013 was our first Diversity and Inclusion Awards luncheon, and we have presented several awards to different organizations, whether they were large organizations or one-person organizations. We presented in the areas of community, leadership, workforce, and we presented to those organizations that promote diversity and inclusion in their workplace, in the community, or in terms of leadership.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. But and then that's not it, okay? She's also I'm going to call her an international speaker because I think that's what the Lord is going to send her this year.
Oh.
But what I have learned from her is I went to
in Michigan City.
I went to a trio event, and Dr. Ellen was she was the keynote.
I was the keynote speaker there.
Oh my gosh. I've known her for 2 years prior to that, but that event and her speaking about how the Lord has brought her through from being a single mom, raising two children, the education,
graduating from Gary, Indiana.
Yeah,
I have two daughters. One is an electrical engineer. She had her foundation from the Gary Community School Corporation. The other daughter is an accountant.
Yes.
Down in Bloomington.
Awesome.
So I'm just thankful that, and it's good to be able to share with people, you can raise your children as a single parent. Yes. And they succeed. I believe my children are a tad bit smarter than me.
But the great part of Dr. V is that she shared. A lot of individuals, they make it in this world, and they're given different titles. They've earned these titles, not the least, but they do not share how they got there. She shared on that platform of how she got there, and that totally inspired me just to do more, and I'm grateful to you for that.
Because sometimes, Burgess, people think that you graduate from high school, you go straight to college, and that wasn't me. I took the scenic route, and I think that's what we talked about.
Yes.
The scenic route was, I was married, divorced, and then struggling on welfare for about a year with my children, and at about the age of 26 the light bulb came on and said, it's time for you to go to school. Of course I had mentors and people saying to me, Vanessa, you should go to school. You should get a degree. And I was like, talk to the hand. I don't have time for this. I'm just trying to make some money, trying to raise my children,
Yes.
trying to stay out of jail. You know, just being real. My car's on a flat. I need a carburetor. You know, all those kinds of things.
Yes.
So at age 26, with 2 small children, I started my journey in school. So I was about 30 before I received my associates.
Okay.
You know, 35, 40, my bachelor's, master's, 50, and in 2016, I believe, was it 2013, look at that.
Wow.
I earned my doctorate.
Yes.
So I was 50 something.
And we're gonna leave it at that.
I was 50
All right?
something. But it's never too late. It's never too
Awesome.
late, and that's what I really want to get across to women who are saying, you know, I'm 50 years old. Should I
Yeah.
go back to school? Yes, you can go back to school. It's
Okay.
time for you, whatever it is. Should I play an instrument? Yes. You
Yeah.
know, should I sing? Should I do whatever it is? Make your own bucket list.
Exactly.
And start checking it off and do those things.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Isn't she inspiring? I'm telling you. You guys, I mean, the atmosphere in this room is just amazing.
Oh.
I mean, you walk in here, you feel uplifted. And it's a great honor, again, just to be in your presence, girl. All right,
Thank
so
you.
we're going to focus right now on the Diversity and Inclusion Luncheon and the scholarships, because that information is imperative for you guys to get started getting your paperwork in.
Yes.
So I want Dr.
Yes.
V to explain more about the Diversity and Inclusion program itself, and then the luncheon, telling us more about it.
Okay, the Diversity and Inclusion Awards Luncheon was something that one of my board members suggested that we do. The Urban League has to have an annual fundraiser, and we didn't want to do the usual cheese and crackers and whatever. We wanted to do something that would make an impact throughout the community. So at the time, Michael Suggs, who is the director of operations out at NIPSCO, he was the one who suggested that we look into opportunities of diversity and luncheon. And so there we birthed the Diversity and Inclusion Awards luncheon, which is held every year in March. So this year, March 21st, we will be at the Avalon, and we will be there during the lunch period. Usually we have about 500 people that comes out, they come and attend, and so we will be giving out awards to those organizations that submit an application. So you must submit an application. Last year, for instance, Trade Winds was the top winner, moving the needle. And many of you are familiar with Trade Winds. They have a population of special needs, and they do a lot in the community. In fact, even with our Federation of Block Club units that we have here, Trade Winds, they make our block club signs. People sometimes don't know that they have a sign shop in their building. So we will be having that luncheon at the Avalon on March 21st, 2019. It starts at 11:30. But come early, because we will have vendors there. So we will
Please come early.
Come early.
I'm telling you to come early for parking. I'm telling you, this event grows every year. It grows more and more. And parking, I'm telling you, Avalon have a lot of ample parking, but if you want to get good parking so you don't have to walk a mile, come early. Come early. And more importantly, definitely check out the vendors, because I know it's going to be some phenomenal people there.
We have an event coordinator, Deb Black, who works in our office, and she was the one who was instrumental in making sure all the vendors got there. And of course, I can't leave out the person who keeps me straight, my right hand, my left hand, which is Stella Simpson. So be sure to call the office at 887-9621 if you want more information about the vendors, or if you want information on applying for one of the diversity awards. Call the office at 887-9621. And of course, we're located right here, 3101 Broadway in Gary, Indiana. So feel free to stop in or call the office for that.
Great. And all the information that we're discussing today, we will have this on the bottom of our video as well, at this interview, because we want you to have the link so you can click on and you can apply for the scholarships. More importantly, I want you to learn more about what Dr. V is doing here in Northwest Indiana with the Urban League.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to talk about what does this Hoosier Champion Diversity Inclusion recipient mean? What is all this?
I had no idea. I received an email and said, is this fake? How in the world is Indianapolis
Right.
emailing me to receive an award?
Okay.
I still don't know who turned my name in or what. I'm
I'm glad they did.
just baffled by it, but I do know that I'm very humbled and honored to receive the award. I'm receiving an award along with 15 or 16 other
Awesome.
leaders throughout the community. In fact, the president of Ivy Tech Community Colleges, Sue Esperman, she's receiving
Awesome.
one of those awards. So I'm just honored to be along with some other colleagues and trailblazers
Great.
that are fighting for to have these conversations on diversity and inclusion.
Okay.
You know, right now we're having some issues with conversations in terms of talking about racism and talking about inclusion for women, for special needs people, for just all of the above. It's so important for us to be able to have a conversation in a safe environment.
Yes,
That's
I
the
agree.
point.
I agree. And with you receiving this award, it is. I think you should have received this award years ago. But I'm so glad that this is the time you're getting it. This is the season that you'll have it, because you've earned it. There's a lot of people that receive really nice plaques and all these great things, but have they earned it? I can honestly say that she's earned it.
You've been around with me. You've been hanging with me. We also do diversity and inclusion training on implicit bias. We've worked with Lake Area United Way. We've done a number of workshops throughout the Geary, Porter, and LaPorte County, because those are the three counties that the Urban League services.
Exactly.
Lake Porter and LaPorte County. So I'm very happy about it. I'm honored about it. And it's coming up soon. This award is scheduled to be presented to me on January 18th.
Wow.
In Indianapolis. Can you believe it? I can't believe it, but I can believe it.
I can believe it. When you work as hard as you do, and you actually have some accomplishments from other individuals' lives from the work that you do, awards like this should come.
So I'm grateful. I am grateful. So thank you, Burgess.
That's great.
For just wanting to air this and talk about it. But of course, I don't do this alone. I have a board of directors. Currently, Chancellor Thomas Keon is serving as my board chair.
Great.
And I'm just thankful to have him on board. And there's just a number of other, should I say, colleagues throughout this Northwest Indiana region that serves on the board of directors. In fact, Chancellor Louis Gonzalez is serving as our treasurer.
Wonderful.
So there's just and then we have Michigan City, Horizon Bank. Yolanda Davis is our vice chair. So I'm thankful to have a strong, supportive board.
Yes.
Because without a board, we can't move forward. And they are a working board.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Poor little Louis be everywhere.
They are a working board. So I'm grateful for this, and this award, like I said, will be presented on January 18th.
Okay. And that's wonderful. And I want you guys to applaud her, even in your homes, and keep praying for her, because the work that she does is not easy work. It seemed like, as we were talking about it, that, this is great, this is grand, this is easy. No, this is hard work. And I've seen her go from 3 and 4 meetings in a day.
Yes.
From different cities, and people thought we both were running for office because we have to travel to get things done and have these conversations.
We do.
Diversity and inclusion is close to my heart because of my dad. My dad was born 1899, and he came, he was sent to Illinois by the Lord to start a church, probably in the 50s or whatever. So it was hard for him, but he not only survived that, but I mean, he's done some great work and have a lot of individuals out here doing the work that came from that. So for Northwest Indiana, before you got started with this, what was nagging at your heart to even have this platform, this forum for diversity and inclusion?
Well, part of it comes from the National Urban League. And let me just back up, Burgess, because sometimes people say, the Urban League, what is the Urban League? What does the Urban League do? People are pretty familiar with NAACP.
Yes.
But when you say Urban League, they're like, I've kind of heard about it, and maybe I haven't. So what I usually tell people is, sometimes if you look back on the TV, you will see back in the 60s and the 50s, when they're you'll see the marchers.
Yes.
NAACP was on the front line. They were marching, they were protesting. The Urban League was behind the scene, teaching and training. We were helping those people who wanted to get jobs. We were helping them complete their resume, and we were teaching them how to interview, giving them some interview skills.
Awesome.
So NAACP has always somewhat been in the forefront, whereas the Urban League has been the do tank. We've been the ones that have been working with people to get the housing, to get applying for college and scholarships, things like that. So that's a part of the Urban League. My passion when I came into this position back in 2010, in fact, this is my 9th year as president and CEO, I just felt that the Urban League is critical to this community in terms of what we do, in terms of those targeted areas: education, financial literacy, health and wellness, advocacy, youth leadership. All of those things encompass. So my passion has always been education, even though I was a late bloomer. I knew education was important. Now I stress not only college and university or post-secondary education, I also stress trades.
Yes, trades are very, very important. I have the same conversations with youth, and especially youth, because they're just really close to my heart, that a four-year university is great, but if that's not where your heart is, there are other opportunities for you to learn a skill, a trade, so you can be your best self and you'll be able to take care of your family just like anyone else.
Exactly. And some people that are in the trades make more money.
Yes, they do.
Than those of us.
Yes, they do.
That have a degree or two or whatever.
Yes, I personally know an electrician that makes $60,000. So yes, they do.
They do.
So I'm not steering anyone away from education. I think all forms of education is very important. Yes. But if a four-year university is not for you, there are other opportunities for you to learn a skill, a craft, a trade, so you can be one of those entities in your communities that's grabbing somebody else by the hand and saying, hey, listen, you can do this. Just because you don't know the books, how about we go and take some wood shop? How about we learn electrical training? There's
welding, carpentry, all of that. And you can call the Urban League office for that. And that's the message that I want to get out, so that people will know. You can call us about the diversity and inclusion, about the awards. If you would like diversity, inclusion, implicit bias training, workshops in your office, you can call us. If you're looking for a job, we list jobs on our website. If you're interested in the trades, you can call our office. If you're having problems with foreclosure, if the bank is trying to foreclose on you, we can set up an appointment, meet right here in the office, and talk about that financial planning and how to get out of foreclosure. If you need your taxes done, if you make $54,000 or less, you can call the Urban League office and we will process your taxes free.
That's amazing.
FREE, free of charge.
Okay, I'll be here for one of my
if you call the office and make an appointment. This is something else that we do instead of you going to Quickie Sam, Uncle Sam, whatever it is, and they take your $200 just to do your tax. We give you all your money. This is a program free of charge. So there's a number of things that we do here at the Urban League that you
guys do a lot here at the Urban League. Talk about just a number. There's a lot of things.
But the job, the website. You know, nowadays you don't really meet person to person. You upload your resume, or you go online, and sometimes people
want to see a video of you.
Exactly.
Someone just asked me to do one. I'm like, sure. Go on my website. Subscribe to my channel now. But I'm really excited for you for 2019, especially for the nomination, for you being a recipient, especially for the Diversity Inclusion Luncheon. That is just getting stronger and stronger and growing bigger and bigger. So that means that not only is the message getting out, but some people are taking it in and they're sending new bodies to go and learn more. Now for the training for the diversity, inclusion, and bias, Do you guys do that for employers as well?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And we also have a diversity and inclusion symposium. So there was a spinoff. The luncheon is in March.
Okay.
However, based on the survey from the attendance there, they said we wanted to have a deeper dive conversation.
Great.
So in the month of November, we have a diversity and inclusion symposium.
Awesome.
Our last symposium was at Valparaiso
It was.
University,
Yes, yes.
remember? Right. We had about 200, at least 200 people there.
Yeah.
President Heckler also has a seat on the board of directors here. He's
Okay.
represented by Byron Martin.
And your keynote speaker was State Senator?
It was State Senator
Eddie
Melton.
Melton. Yes.
Absolutely. He was the keynote speaker that morning. You remember?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we also have that. So those are the three areas under the diversity and inclusion: the luncheon, the symposium, and then we have the business plan where we come to your office or your organization
Amazing.
and do a training.
Amazing. Now, this training, does it cost?
Of course it costs. Of course there's a fee, but of course we can negotiate.
Good.
Depending on the organization. Just call our office again at 887-9621.
Perfect.
And we will talk about that because sometimes the need is there, but the organization may not have all of the finances or whatever. And we're here to help, and we're here to serve and make a difference. So just call us.
You know what? I am just amazed. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking of other things that Dr. V does, and I'm not going to put her all out there.
Don't.
But I don't have a choice. I'm sorry.
Can we talk about the scholarships first?
Okay, we'll talk about the
Please,
scholarships.
let's talk about the scholarships.
Okay, we're gonna get a breakdown of the scholarships. Okay. I need to know how to apply and the different ones I can apply for. What's available?
Okay, let me give you two aspects. Every September, we have a large scholarship fair.
Okay.
Where we bring about 70 universities and colleges from across the country.
Awesome.
We have about majority historical black university and colleges.
Okay.
But we also have the major colleges from here. Some people forget that we are the hub. We have IUN.
Yes, we do.
We have Purdue. We have Ivy
Tech,
Tech.
yes.
We have Calumet College. We have Valparaiso.
Yes.
We have some powerhouse
right here
institutions right in our backyard, and each one of them also participates. Students from Lake Porter, LaPorte County, and South Bend come to the scholarship fair,
yes.
and they are offered admissions on the spot, and they are also offered partial or full scholarships. So for instance, Valparaiso University offered almost $1 million in scholarships.
Man,
this past September.
that is awesome.
Right.
Now, do the individuals that attend, I know they're coming from different counties, but do they have to live in those counties?
They should live. Their residents, yes, should
Okay.
be in Indiana. Lake Porter, LaPorte County should be. But if they're coming from South Bend, that's fine. Some
Okay.
come from Chicago and just attend because they've heard how large. We partner with a group called Infinite Scholars.
Okay.
In fact, I've been invited to attend their board meeting coming up in a few months to just talk about how we put that on.
Good.
Because we had over 1,200 students.
Wow.
That attended, and we offered $4.9 million
I love it.
in scholarships. So now Urban League staff and other facilitators are going to the high schools
Okay.
to talk to those seniors who received those scholarship awards.
Good deal.
Because when you complete your FAFSA, they need to put that college number. There's a code.
Okay.
There's a number for every college that offered you a scholarship.
Yes.
You need to put that on your FAFSA so that it will connect. If Valparaiso offered you $50,000.
Yes. Now, will they be able to come here and complete that, or do they need to do it at the university?
Usually they can come. Yes, let me say this. Yes, they can come here because we do the income tax, and
Right.
you need
Okay.
to have your income tax. The parents, you
Mhm.
see, all of that flows together.
Right.
So yes, the parents can come here and make an appointment
Right.
to do their income tax, and then that information is transferred to the FAFSA.
Okay.
To the
So students and parents, I really need you to get this because
Yes.
I do not want you to fill out that FAFSA form and not include this information.
Correct.
Because it's hard to go back in.
That's right.
And,
Any
yeah.
university or college that has offered you scholarship money, whether it was through our scholarship fair or anywhere else, you need to have that college code.
Okay.
It's Ivy Tech has a code, IUN has a code. You need to call the school and get that code. And in fact, we may have a list of codes here for those students, but they need to put that on their FAFSA so that it will ding the university that, hey, Vanessa Allen McCloud is applying. She was offered a scholarship back in September. And here's her name now that's popping up on our list, all because you put that code on the form.
This is some great information. I hope you guys are getting this. You can view this interview again this evening at 6 p.m. on my YouTube channel. What Do You Think? Talk show with your host, Prophetess Burgess Peoples. But I want you to subscribe, because just like Dr. V is giving out all this awesome information, there'll be other individuals that I'll interview that will have information for maybe in your state or in your city, because we will be traveling and doing these interviews. I am grateful again for you taking the time to be on my show. But before I let you go, we are going to talk about
one more thing. The current scholarships that are being offered right now. These scholarships will go live on the Urban League website beginning January 14th.
And what is the website?
And the website is www.ulofnwi.org, which stands for Urban League of Northwest Indiana.
And we will also have this posted. All right, so I want to talk really quickly about her CD. Vanessa sings. Vanessa is a woman of faith, more importantly, and that is our main connection, is spiritual. Hallelujah. So I want you guys just to have a little glimpse of who she is and some of the stuff that she does, alongside all the great work that the Lord has given her to do. So today, again, thank you, Dr. V, for being on the show with me. I really appreciate you and love you to pieces. You check us out this evening at 6 p.m. on my YouTube channel. We will have more information on how you connect with the Urban League of Northwest Indiana and Dr. Vanessa Allen McCloud. Again, thank you and God bless.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Burgess.
All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Next week, I'll be interviewing the family. The Hills will be back on the show, letting you know about their latest CD, and it's going to be amazing. So I look forward to seeing you guys. Take care.